Hey, it's Tuesday, November the 4th, 2025. My name is Thom Rigsby. Welcome to your ReadyCorps Daily Brief. On today's show, why family preparedness is the foundation of everything that we build in ReadyCorps. Let's get things started with the latest from the ASAT team and today's Daily SITREP briefing.
This is your AmCon Daily SITREP for November the 4th, 2025. Up first today, New Mexico has taken a groundbreaking step as the first U.S. state to offer free childcare for all residents with children under 13 years old, regardless of income. Funded primarily by the state's Land Grant Permanent Fund, this initiative aims to support families by easing childcare costs, estimated to save families up to $12,000 annually. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham emphasized that this program supports families in pursuing work or education, ultimately helping to lift New Mexico out of poverty. While ambitious, the program's success will depend on how families utilize this opportunity. In other news, a nationwide Listeria outbreak linked to prepared pasta sold at major grocery stores has resulted in 6 deaths and over 24 illnesses across 18 states. The outbreak has prompted multiple recalls of prepared pasta meals, including products from Trader Joe's, Kroger, and Albertsons, among others. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention continues to investigate, advising consumers to discard or return affected products to stores to prevent further illnesses. Turning to food aid, the Trump administration announced it will use emergency funds to partially pay SNAP benefits following a court order. Approximately 42 million Americans rely on SNAP, and the emergency funds, totaling $4.65 billion, will cover about half of the benefits for November. However, the full funding needed is around $9 billion, and it remains unclear when beneficiaries will see their debit cards reloaded or how benefits will be distributed in full. Meanwhile, media reports of some top Trump officials moving to U.S. military bases for protection amid fears of violent protests have been characterized as sensationalized. Currently, 3 officials reside on base in officer housing, and claims of widespread relocations are exaggerated. Experts remind the public to differentiate between factual news and media bias, advising consumers to assess the impact of stories on their lives critically. Lastly, protests and potential civil unrest continue across various U.S. locations. Members are urged to remain vigilant, be aware of their surroundings, and report any suspicious activity to authorities and the ASAT team through regional communication channels. Multiple protests are planned in cities including Los Angeles, Fort Wayne, Brantford, and Albany over the coming days. Looking at today's weather, unsettled conditions are impacting the Northwest and Northern California, with a strong atmospheric river bringing moderate to heavy rainfall, flooding concerns, and mountain snow through Wednesday. Strong winds are expected along the Northern California coast late Tuesday into Wednesday, and wind advisories are in effect for parts of the Northeast following a cold front. Everyone in affected areas should stay alert for hazardous weather conditions. Checking the American Contingency Calendar, an important upcoming event is the South Region Adventure Challenge, set for November 7th to 9th at the Boy Scout Camp in Milburn, Oklahoma. This event offers members a chance to test preparedness skills in a mock evacuation scenario with lodging provided. Additionally, there are free immunity building workshops scheduled for November 15th and the 19th in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, focusing on natural remedies to boost immune health for the winter season. That wraps up today's top stories. Members can access the American Contingency members-only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Yesterday, we officially launched ReadyCorps, and I said something important that you might have missed. This isn't just a new name, it's a new mindset. Today, I want to start right where all readiness begins, with your family. Because before there can be strong neighborhoods, there must be strong families. You know, preparedness isn't just about plans, it's about people, your family, the ones sitting around your table, sleeping under your roof, or depending on you when things go sideways. That's where every plan, every checklist, and every practice must begin. Family preparedness is more than a bug-out bag in the closet. It's a shared understanding. Everybody knows the plan. Everybody knows the role they play. Everybody has a role to play, and everyone has the confidence to act when it counts. That's the real goal. Confidence, not chaos. And here's the part that gets missed. Family preparedness doesn't just protect your household. It strengthens your neighborhood. When your family's stable, you become an asset to others instead of another person who needs rescuing. You can lend a hand instead of looking for one. That's what strong families really mean in the ReadyCorps motto. It's about leadership at home first. So take this as a reminder. Preparedness isn't something you do for your family. It's something you do with your family. Bring your spouse, bring your kids, your parents into the process. Turn it into a conversation, not a lecture. Don't teach, talk. Let everyone have a voice in how your family gets ready, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they'll take ownership in their slice of the pie. And maybe, most importantly, keep it positive. Preparedness shouldn't be a source of fear. It should be a source of peace. When your family prepares together, they build not just plans, but trust and confidence. So tonight I want you to spend 10 minutes talking with your family about preparedness. Just start with one question. If something unexpected happened tomorrow, what's one thing we could do better as a family? Listen to what they say, take notes, and make a simple change by the weekend. Small steps build strong families. All right. When we chat tomorrow, we'll zoom out from the home to the neighborhood and talk about how local teams turn family strength into community capability. Thanks for listening to today's AmCon Daily Brief. Members can dive into more resources on the members-only website or on your phone app. Not a member yet? Visit AmericanContingency.com to join the network. And don't forget, share this episode with a friend, family, or neighbor who needs to hear it. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.